So over here on this front right side, I'm gonna try to make the shortest video possible. This thing's in pretty rough shape. So we're gonna be doing a front wheel bearing, as you've seen from the title. But if your outer tie rod's doing this, time for a new one. So starting off in no particular order, we'll go 34 millimeter right here. We'll do that just cause. Hopefully this is free. Alright, that's very nice. Now we'll switch over to an 18 millimeter. As you can tell, I already got everything soaked down. Some WD-40, letting everything soak. And here's the go as nothing. Oh, it came off quite nicely. I did not use any heat or anything. That's awesome. Let's pop that out. You can tell it's got a new inner, but not a new outer. Interesting choice. Not sure what's the story behind that one, but I'll get it. But removing that's nice, because now this is free. Alright, so top part, these are 18 millimeter caliper bracket bolts. I just used a shallow with swivel. I'll do the same thing for the bottom. Now a 21 millimeter nut and an 18 millimeter wrench. We can go ahead and zip out these two. We'll have a washer to the same size bolt. I didn't read any difference, so if you give me a second, I can tell you. Oh, wow. All right, I tried to be nice, so shoot it out then. So they are not the same bolt. So on mine, the shorter stubby one goes on bottom. So we'll just put these together so that we know, because you're not going to remember that when it's done. So try to, there we go. Now, just going to put this in the center of the axle, push it out. Try a pry bar. There we go. I just used a pry bar, it's just so much easier. And this actually, oh, okay, so it's broken here too. Okay, so he needs a new lower control arm, obviously an outer tie rod, but yeah, this also lower ball joint right here is completely busted. So you know what, just because You know, here's what I'm gonna do. So just in case I have to do this anyways, and I get hired later for the job, whether it's me or somebody else, I'm gonna make this job easier for one of us. So I'm gonna remove this cotter pen. Oh. Here, I got it out. That just goes to show you that something simple as a cotter pen can take that long during a job. All right, so I'm gonna get this lower ball joint off. And again, I don't have to do this, but because I want to do that, I'm going through these extra steps. Break that loose. There. Could get a swivel in there, but I'd have to go get a shower. I don't know, I'm just doing it by hand. A little bit of heat does it every time. Now let's hear this thing. It's not loose, but it's got a grinding, growling noise. And it's moving, so that's a good sign. So that was like the second most difficult snap ring that I've ever taken off. Not because it was stuck in there, because it would not come out. So, but I got it though, I won. I'm just gonna set this hub tamer up. Okay. That's all we needed right there. Perfect. And all I used was this main bracket and just a little push rod. That usually takes these out pretty easily. Okay. If you're using the OEM Tools one, try a Q. Yeah, we'll try the Q and see how it goes. That fits perfectly right there. That should catch it. just fine like that. All right. I'm just gonna run it just to tighten it up. Kind of a pain to set up the first time. All right, let's try this. That's perfect. That's perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna take the 24mm and let it rip. Oh, put my foot right here. A little bit more. Where'd the bearing go? There we go. There's your bearing with the race. Now we'll get this interior cleaned up and then new one installed. Here's a new bearing. It doesn't have a magnetic ring because this one doesn't actually have like ABS or anything like that. So we're just gonna something like that. Does the inside, but it's also got to do this outside race. So this one ain't gonna work for that. So we're gonna put this one off to the side, and we'll switch to one slightly larger. Which, if you're using this tool, it's a J. This J looks like, yeah, that's a good size. And we'll put this cup on this side now. Put that through. Just going to go through and tighten it all up again before we start going away on it. Okay, that's lined up. Okay, there you have it. Look at that, beautiful, nice and flush. That's exactly where you want it. That's perfect. Now get your new hub, buy the whole kit, and then what we're going to do with this is pretty similar to what we just did. See, that ain't gonna work. We wanna press on the center, not those studs. So we'll just drop something on like that. Push this through. And now we could use J, but J doesn't fit back here. I guess it does. All right, well, we're gonna use J again then. But anyways, you just got to make sure with this section, you really brace this inner race right here. But this is completely flat, so this will do it. There you go, perfectly seated at the bottom. Oh yeah, beautifully firm up top. Now is when you add your new snap ring. Yeah, this is when you want to add your new snap ring. Oh my God, look at that. I've never seen one that looks like this. I'm thinking this one's a mess up. So we're gonna have to get a new one. All right, got a new snap ring, put that in there. So if you ever seen one that looks like that, drop that down in the comments. I wanna know if that's normal or that was just a mishap. So anyways, what I'm doing right here is, so it doesn't get stuck anymore, in case I have to, you know, down the line get hired for that job, I could just do it. So we're just gonna there's that. Oh, put it on the ball joint. Lower the lower control arm, and there we go. There you have it. Now the rest is pretty simple at this point. Just rebuild it. So turn it. We'll go ahead and get the castle nut put on the bottom here. That's gonna be the first thing we do. So I'll get that put on. And now that that's done, we'll just put in the top. Top bolt. And our top bolt, the nut, and that's it. You already know how to build the rest. There's your axle nut. Torque specs will be up on the screen, hopefully, once I go down there and look at them. And then, yeah, just put your caliper back on, your rotor, boom. She's nice and smooth again. Like, subscribe, and see you guys next time.